everybody, welcome back to another metaphysics and makeup. This time I already did my makeup, so it's just metaphysics. Over here we talk about everything that Bailey Sarian doesn't. So we talk about the supernatural, the metaphysical, and you know, a little bit of conspiracies and everything in between. So today though, I want to talk, and I'm about to start a series on spiritual astrology. Today we're just going to kind of go over the elements and a couple of the signs, and yeah, let's get into it. So basically, for those who don't know, I wrote a transcript that has all of this stuff in it, like how to meditate, which we'll be going through once we go through. Today we're going through the elements, and I think the first three signs, the first two signs. So, and then after we get through all the signs, then I'm going to give all the meditations and crystals and all the things. This is going to be a jam-packed series, so definitely make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Help a girl out, come back, and let's get into it. So the first element that I want to talk about is the element of water. This is what we know as like our intuition, but it's also creativity. This is where, and I apologize about the glare, but I got to be able to read my notes, okay? But this is being able to really be able to receive. This is truly the element of being able to be in feminine energy. This is going to have a stronger influence on you if your Neptune or your moon is in a water sign. For me, this oftentimes indicates an empath. And for me, water holds energy. You can tell water something and it'll do it for you, but it also holds memories. So it's really important for my water signs to be able to release that energy, to be able to cleanse themselves, and not just like cleaning your body, but being able to spiritually cleanse yourself and having a good practice to be able to release that energy. Because like cancers, for example, I have a lot of experience with those. They have the hardest time letting go and releasing. They're like little elephants, and they remember everything. They remember what you said when they were 3 years old on that random Tuesday while they were eating an ice cream cone because it affected their emotions. Okay? And water signs are in their element and they're able to really release things. I oftentimes find them to be what I call activators. So they will oftentimes be the people who you notice after you spend some time with them, whatever spiritual gift you have seems to be slightly more enhanced. You know, you have the gift of clairaudience and all of a sudden these songs are just coming to your head. You have the gift of mediumship and you're able to just pick up on things that you never have or never would have before. And for me, I find that a lot of the times this has to do with just that element of being around water that's not trying to force itself on you, because water really isn't about force, but they definitely bring you into the awareness of your own gifts. Next, we have my air signs. Oh, I hate them. You know, I'm a Libra rising, so I love them. I have like a bunch of Aquarius placements. My son's actually in the 11th house, which is the house of friendship, but it's also the house that Aquarius rules. So I guess that's why I seem like I ain't got no emotions most of the time. Anyways, so when it comes to my air signs, air are mental energy, okay? A lot of my air signs, they are the ones who are gifted with claircognizance. So they just kind of know things. And this is more strongly enhanced if you have Mercury within an air sign, especially if that air sign is in Gemini. It's honestly really important for my air signs to be able to keep their mind clear. so that they're able to really understand the messages that are coming in, especially with my Geminis, because y'all can get really lost in the sauce, because it's like, what am I saying? What is it saying? What is going on? Especially when you guys aren't rooted, grounded, and clear. You gotta be mentally clear, okay? For my air signs, I find that a lot of the times they're really good teachers, especially Aquarius, if you can ever get them to talk, you know what I mean? But they're often times very much mediums, they're very much teachers, and once they're able to find themselves and really find their voice, they really find joy in being able to share with the collective, especially my Aquarius. In case you can't tell, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I love my Libras. Geminis are just Geminis. I mean, I ain't got nothing against most of y'all, but most of y'all aren't in my friend circle either. So, you know, it's a mixture of things. So next we have fire. Fire is just my raw dog spiritual energy. Oftentimes my fire signs are really prophetic because they're just so out there, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But no, they're honestly really prophetic, and this is really enhanced if that fire is within Mars, because Mars is ruled by Aries, or Aries is ruled by Mars, or Jupiter, because it's also a fire sign. If fire signs are able to just really tap into that raw energy, they really will find themselves not only being prophetic, but being able to do things on like a spiritual and astral level that most people will never be able to touch, especially when it comes to my Sagittarius. They are unbridled when it comes to things in the astral, but they have to be able to really have a strong sense of self, you know, and as we get into Aries, that's a huge thing for them as well. But fire signs, it's really important for them to just know who they are. That gives more energy to what it is that they already have spiritually going on. Last but not least, we have Earth. My Earth signs, they are vessels. So a lot of the times they will be more of a like physical medium, especially when it comes to my Tauruses, right? Because they're able to really embody energy, and we'll get a little more into that too. But they're really able to embody energy. They're able to really tap into things like telekinesis really easily. You know, the first experience I ever had like with experiencing something on a physical level, I was pissed. Okay, I couldn't have been no more than maybe 12, and my mom had somebody come over and change the outside light because none of us could reach it. I hit the light switch, the light blew. It came on and just went poof, and I was like, oh shit. You know, I often find that earth signs, mediums, empaths, a true empath, because I have my own opinion when it comes to empaths, and we'll talk about it later. But when it comes to a true empath, when they're unbalanced, it'll show, and it won't just show with the people around you and how it is that you are feeling or projecting or whatever, but it also will show with things on an energetic level. I used to, like I just said, I blew out a light bulb at like 12, but I also used to drain technology. I was notorious, and I do mean notorious, for killing my friend's PlayStation. He was like, bruh, stop coming in my room, because every time you do, I blue screen for no reason. I was like, oh, my bad. With that being said, it's really important for my earth signs to really take the time to stay grounded. Do things that are going to keep you grounded. As you do that, you'll find that my earth signs are natural healers. They're able to really just share their love, their experience. They're really warm people, and they're able to share their little hearts with each other and other people. And if you ever get an earth sign to give you their heart, oh my god, we're a little stupid with it. Okay, now that we got all the elements out of the way, let's talk about my Aries, right? So Aries are always kind of seen as like risk takers and just like, what are you doing? They just kind of go for it. They use their heads. They're ruled by their head, and they just kind of go for it. And it's like, okay. You're Delulu. Yeah. You're lost it. But the thing is that they're honestly super prophetic. And it's not necessarily that they're prophetic in a way that, if you want to know what you need to do, go find an Aries, because they will tell you what it is that you need to do and how to do it, as long as they themselves are balanced and evolved. Understand that there are evolved signs and non-evolved signs. And it shows, you know. Side tangent real fast, but a Leo who's unbalanced, for example, they are the ones who are known to be like, me. A Leo that's balanced, on the other hand, is giving more than what they're taking. They are doing it for other people because they know they're leaders and they lead with their heart and they have amazing hearts. Don't come for my Leos. Don't come for them. But when it comes to back to my Aries, you're honestly just delusional enough to be able to take that risk and to be able to have it pay off. But the huge part to being able to even get to that point is knowing yourself. In order to truly know yourself, you've got to know where you stand with your family and what that family unit really looks like for you. You know, do you have problems with your family? Try to fix those problems. If not, cut that out and do it in a healthy way. Something that's not like, you know, oh, them, but like, you know what? What's best for me and my evolution is to not deal with this, is to not be around you, is to not, because you're not helping me to be able to evolve. It is also really important for my Aries, especially the ones who do want to continue to evolve. It's really important to find people that you want to be like in life. You know, if your dream is to be a CEO, try and find those people who are successful in business, who have, you know, have something that you can learn from. It's really important for my Aries to be around people who they can learn from, to guide them to where it is that they want to be. And just be mindful of the company you keep, especially my Aries. When you have a negative Nancy or somebody who comes in and is like, no, baby, you're delusional with that, be like, okay, well, bless. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it pushing. And don't allow someone to mess with you, to change you, to divert you from that delulu thought you got going through your head. Yeah, I can create a camel company where people just pay me to ride on my camels, you know, whatever the case is. When it comes to my Taurus, right? My Taurus, for me, they are my, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're my five senses. Oh, I'm so stupid. I really lost it just then. But Taurus are my five senses. So like a lot of the times, especially if you have like a Taurus kid, they'll be like, ew, I don't like that. Baby, you haven't even tried it. You didn't even smell it. And then they'll taste it and they'll be like, ew, I don't like this. And that's literally just because they're the five senses. They were able to tap into that before you even knew it. They often have the gift of clairsentience, the gift of just being able to feel and know, like they can feel what's going on. Okay. I often find that my Tauruses are also the people who are able to pick up something and be like, this belonged to a man who was 5'2" or whatever, being able to literally touch things and be able to get information off of it. I often find this to be a super interesting gift. Yeah. So, they're also the type, they have clairgustance, which is basically being able to smell things in people. Like a Taurus that's really in tune with themselves and spirit and all the things can be like, ew, that person stinks. And like everybody else be like, they smell like roses. And they be like, no, they stink. And the reason being is because they have this level of being able to sniff out toxic people. They have this level of being able to just tap in and know, like, ugh. But they're also the type to be able to smell spirits when they come through. And to be able to be like, that smells like Papa. You know what I mean? Like, Papa, you here? And Papa, be there. You know what I mean? So, we've made it to the end of this. That's all I got for you guys today. We will pick back up with Gemini. Probably, maybe run through all the signs. I don't know. We'll see how this series goes. But just know I'll have another one for you next week. Have a great day. Bye. I don't think I'd ride a camel though. Camel though, it sounds like camel. Anyways, so on to my Taurus. In case you haven't been around here, I'm a little cuckoo, and yeah, Laura die 40.